thank you for watching avivTarot, and today we are going to do another pick a card reading, and this reading is actually requested by one of the viewers from a few weeks ago when I did the romance reading about the next partner. And I don't know if it's a she or he. I'm guessing it's a she, but it could be a he. That they wanted to know marriage partner. Okay, so my future spouse, what are they gonna look like? Okay, he or she, what is this person gonna look like? So I'm actually going to do this reading slightly different from how I do my future spouse or next partner type of reading. So we are actually going to do a spread today, and I will use these oracle cards, okay, to find out like signs and when and what this person's going to be like, you know, that kind of things. But we are going to do a slightly different from before. Let me know if you like this way better, or you like me to just mix it up however I feel guided to. So yeah, just leave it in the comment section below if you have any suggestions on topics, or if you like how I read the future spouse this time. I will do what's going to happen next year, okay, reading. It's also requested, but I need to get this one out first because it was requested first. All right, so make your pile. Pick the pile that you feel most resonated to or drawn to. And if you need more time, you can pause the video, and timestamps is going to be in the description box below. And I will see you at your reading. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel and or my video if you like the reading or you feel resonated, okay, with the reading. All right, so I will see you at your pile. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, so for pile number 1, you're reading. So the first card is, this represents what this person is like, okay? What is this person like? And we have the 3 of Wands. This person is so their personality, I would say, is like they're very ambitious, okay? They're very ambitious. They are also, they have like a goal in mind, okay, and they want to get to the goal. They're very, very ambitious. They also like to travel, I would think, okay? They like to travel. They're very passionate about something, okay? And they really, really, really want to succeed in this passion of theirs. So very, very goal oriented, a go-getter, and career focused maybe as well. Or like once they set a target or set in their eyes on something, they will go get it, okay? So very, very driven, ambitious for sure, like very fiery energy, okay? So that's what this person is like. That's what I get from this card. And then, we'll keep reading and then we'll see if more things will come out. So the second card is how you will meet. And we have the 9 of Swords. That's very interesting. 9 of Swords. So I feel like how you guys will meet, you might be at a very low point in your life. You might be very depressed. You might feel like, oh my God, nobody loves me, nobody wants me. And then that's when like, all of a sudden this person shows up, okay? And they're going to like probably keep pursuing you, telling you how beautiful you are, and kind of get you out of this depressive mode, nightmare. Or I feel like how you guys will meet, you might be at maybe you just broke up with somebody, okay? And this person might be like a rebound, or let's see, it could also be that you weren't really ready. Okay, so like I feel like you might not be ready for the next relationship, and then you meet this person. Okay, and this person is going to pursue you, and I feel like with this card at the beginning you might reject them. Okay, you might reject them just because you don't feel ready. You were still heartbroken by maybe your previous relationship. Okay, I feel this is more like your energy, your person's energy. However, it could be theirs as well, that they become more career oriented instead of focusing on love and stuff like that. So you guys will meet quite unexpectedly. It's not something in your agenda that you want to be in a relationship. Okay, so both of you might be like, oh, I was just looking for like a friendship. Okay, I don't want to get into a relationship just yet because I'm still hurting from before, that kind of thing. So maybe you guys comfort each other because you find similar pain, you share similar pain. Okay, you find that similarity in yourself, and then you kind of comfort each other. So maybe it started out as a friendship too. Okay, let's see if there's another additional card to clarify this Nine of Swords. Too many cards. Okay, just one. Too many. One. How will you guys meet? This one. Okay, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is like Cupid's arrow. So I guess it's meant to be. So you're going to just be struck. You're just going to meet this person unexpectedly. Like you were not expecting it. Okay. You were not expecting this, and then you just meet. So it could be anywhere, anytime, like it's just, when you weren't ready for it, and then you meet this person. It's like almost destined. Okay. To meet this person. All right, so let's take a look at what your first impression of this person. So this is your first impression of this person, that your marriage partner or your next very important relationship. This person is going to change you. Okay, so it could be your spouse, like future spouse, or just very important relationship, like partner or whatever you want to call it. All right, so your first impression is 10 of Cups. Okay, so immediately, okay, your impression of this person is that they seem like they're very family oriented. So they get along with their family. Maybe when you meet this person, they were with their family, or you see them with like maybe playing with kids, and you're just like, oh wow, he would make a really good husband, she would make a really good wife, that kind of thing. So, and they seem like all sunshine and happy and that kind of thing. Like you would not know of this like dark, like painful past. So like you guys will find out more about each other, like these pain and all that stuff, like this nightmare of yours and nightmare of his or hers. You will tell each other about like your stuff afterwards. But at the beginning, your first impression of this person is that they're very optimistic. They're like super sunshiny. Again, because I feel like it resonated with this card. What they're like is very ambitious, very fiery. Okay, so like confident, almost like very emperor type of energy. Okay, so yeah, you feel like, oh yeah, they're definitely not just like boyfriend material, but like husband, dad, or wife. Okay, mother type of like material, like somebody you would think like, oh yeah, if I were to marry someone, this is the kind of person I want to marry. So that's your first impression of this this future spouse, okay, of yours. So that's your first impression, like, oh, I would, definitely like marry this person. They're like the ideal person to marry to, kind of thing. because it's like a happy family card, right? So maybe you saw how they interacted with their family members, maybe their mom, their dad, or their siblings, or if they have like nephews or kids, or you know, you might even, this person might have been married before. Okay, this person might have been married before and they were taking their kids out, you know, by like a single parent, and then you see how they interact and you're like, wow. And you know, it kind of makes sense with this Swords card too. Take it how it resonates, because some of you guys out there might be some single, like never been married, but some of you might be divorced, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, okay. So how will this person affect you? So once you guys meet, once you guys get along with each other, and you get to know each other a little bit more, how will this person affect you? And we have the Magician card. It's a major arcana card. Okay, so this person is going to change your life, like I was saying, and also, you know, it's a future spouse, so of course it's a life-changing experience. And not only that, again, this is very they are what we say, very ambitious, very goal-oriented, right? Very fiery energy, confident. And so this is kind of assimilate with that. So this is how they will affect you. You would become more goal oriented, and you will realize, I feel like with this Nine of Swords, I do feel this is more like your energy, that because this is how this person is going to affect you, is that you will become more confident about yourself, and you'll realize you're not like nothing. You are enough. You have everything you need to manifest anything you want into your life. Okay. And you will, and I feel like with this person, again, we were talking about how you complement each other, and as well as share each other's pain, like you understand each other, okay? And so you might affect them back too, because they affect you, and then, you know, the law of attraction, this energy kind of like, it doesn't just stop, but you give back as well, okay? So with this Magician card, I feel like how this person is going to affect you is that you will learn to communicate better, because it's a Mercury energy. So this person might be very, very communicative, and you might not be the kind of person that want to communicate all of your feelings, okay? But this person is going to like be able to bring out everything, and whenever you're with them, you feel like you want to tell them about stuff, and they will also tell you stuff. They're very, very communicative, and if anything, like they don't want to hold like grudges. They don't want to, if you guys get into an argument, they want to like resolve it right there and then, and not have to deal with it later on, or have this like a suppressed anger and then burst out way later and you don't even know why, you know, that kind of thing. That wouldn't happen with this person. I feel like with this Magician, is how they're going to affect you is that they want to resolve all the problems now and stay everything clear and very communicative. And then if you feel like you have anything that you want to tell them, they are, you know, they're always like, there for you and land a year for you, and you want to do the same thing for them as well, because they do that for you. Okay. All right. And they let you know, with them by your side, you feel like you can do anything, okay, with their help, and also combined with your own skill and talent, you feel like anything is within the palm of your hand, okay? Like you can have everything or anything you want, as long as you set a goal or put your mind to it. That's how this person is going to affect you. And so the kind of relationship that this is going to be is, we have the Devil, major arcana again. So the kind of relationship is going to be very, very sexual. So you guys are the kind of people, the couple that will like want to talk while you guys are having a very sexual moment as well. And it's like the perfect timing, because you're so intimate, and you would just like have these pillow talks and just like tell each other about everything and anything, you know. And your relationship is always, it's very, very sexual. You're attached to each other. Okay, you feel like when you're alone, once you get, because you got, it almost become a little bit codependent, okay, or very codependent, because this person affects you so much, and that they help you so much, and you also help them as well, of course. And so when you guys are separated, you feel like nothing can be accomplished. You guys become so codependent upon each other that you guys are almost probably always together. People will rarely see you guys apart. You guys will probably be like attached by the hips or something like that, okay? You guys want to be with each other all the time and every day, not just sexually, but just like you just wanted to be in each other's presence, because they make you feel comfortable, they make you feel safe, but also just very, very sexual as well. All right, so you can't keep your hand off of each other. That's the kind of relationship that you guys are gonna have. Very, very addictive, okay, very sexual, bounded. Also, I feel like with this devil energy, when you guys are in bed, okay, the sexual kind of things, you might like a little bit of like 50 Shades of Grey type of thing, okay? a little bit of S&M or something like that, okay? A little bit of fun. You like to explore things because you guys are so comfortable with each other. You just want to explore all kinds of things with each other, okay? And to make it fun, spice it up. You don't want it to be too boring. All right, I don't have to explain it anymore, right? This is the kind of relationship that you guys are gonna have. All right, the obstacle. It's very interesting. We have another major arcana card. The obstacle, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So obstacles, I feel like, because this position is the obstacle, but then we have the Wheel of Fortune. And so what I feel like is that once you guys get to know each other, I don't think you guys will have too big of a problem. Things will probably, like if you have obstacles, it's not going to be like, I don't feel like it's obstacle. It's more like problems, like arguments, tiny. Again, we talked about it over here. If you have any problems, you guys always talk it out right away. You never save it until way later and then have it all piled up and then become like a huge thing, and then everything just like, what? And then you like throw things. It's not that kind of thing. It's like you always talk it out before it gets to like before a situation gets really bad, okay, and never let it get out of control. So it's everything's always, I would say, always within control, because this person is very, very good at it, okay? Communication, very good at resolving things, problem solver. So with this Wheel of Fortune over here, I don't feel like you guys are going to have a very good relationship, okay? Hardly any major problems, okay? Hardly ever any and again, we talked about it over here. This is not somebody that you expect to meet, because you don't feel like I'm never going to meet another person again. And then this is like the Cupid's arrow hitting you, right? And then with this over here, I almost feel like it's destiny that you're meant to meet each other. Again, we talked about your first impression of this person is like, if I want to get married, this is the kind of person I want to marry, right? You have a fantastic first impression of this person. So yeah, I feel like with this over here as in the obstacle position, you guys are meant to be each other, meant to be in each other's lives. So even if you want to separate, I think you guys are very, very hard to separate. You become very, very codependent very soon, okay? And this is like a fated relationship. So the obstacle, I would say, is that you can't separate, you can't get away from each other. You guys are always going to come back. That's the obstacle if you want to take it that way. You're just like meant to be. All right, so now this is additional information about this person, like any kind of signs, symbols, numbers, messages that how will you know that this is the person for you? We have the Ace of Pentacles. This person is going to give you a commitment. This person will give you something real, okay? Materialistic commitment, like materializing like any type of things. So, and it's also commitment, because any of the aces, the Ace of Pentacles is the best aces, because it's something that you can see and touch and feel. Instead of the cups, it's just like an emotional thing, right? Or like wands, it's just a passion, and swords is a truth. But this is something tangible, something you can hold on to. So it's like, I would say, if it's because it's a future spouse, it could be a marriage paper, okay? That piece of paper, a lot of people, they don't care. It's like, it's just a piece of paper. But that means commitment. That means something. That means if I'm going to be there for you until death do us apart, right? That the piece of paper means that I will never leave your side, whether, I don't know those vows, how to say it, obviously, because you can tell I've never been married before. Like, what was the vows? Like in sickness or in wealth or whatever, I will always be there, kind of things. So this is like that commitment, the vows, okay? Things tangible. I would definitely say it's like a piece of paper. That paper a lot of people despise, but that's the kind of things that they will give you to tell you that that's their commitment for you, okay? This person will tell you. So it's not about just words. This person is all about action, and also letting you see things like they will give you, maybe like, I don't know, a few months in, they will give you a ring just to tell you, like, yes, we're just like exclusive. I'm just like, I won't, whatever, all these like promises and commitment, but it's also in something in a tangible form as well. It's not just empty promises, okay? So maybe like they'll even give you like money or something. Like if you guys move in together, it's maybe they bought the house or something and put it under your name or something like that. I don't know. It's just something to make you feel very, very safe, very, very secure. So, yeah. Or they'll give you a lot of gifts. They will pamper you. They will treat you like goddess or god, okay? So, yeah, that's that. And then now let's draw some cards to see if there are any additional messages. We have the 10th house, which is... this is about career, right? This is a career one. And so the 10th house might be also like, this person might be also a Capricorn, okay? So that makes sense. Capricorn is very like earthy energy, the signs that they will give you something concrete, promises. It's all about action, how they do things, not just like about talks. They're very, very responsible, right? This is the kind of like signs. They will be very responsible, and they might be a person of power and status, okay? This kind of makes sense with this too. Power and status. This person might be, they're not going to be like, struggling financially. They're going to, live a pretty comfortable life. I don't want to say they're like hugely, like Bill Gates or something like that, but they're comfortable, okay? If anything that you want, they can afford, and they will also maybe like take you traveling and stuff. Again, we've talked about it. This person likes to travel. They'll take you to travel, and like they'll spend money on you, and not be like all stingy about it, okay? And then over here, Jupiter. We have this one over here, Jupiter as well. That's the Jupiter energy, the Wheel of Fortune. So Sagittarius, we talked about very fiery energy. So it could be a Leo of Sagittarius or Aries, right? Because earlier I said about feeling like that Emperor energy. Over here is the Mercury, so they might have like, Mercury or Gemini. Mercury maybe, in any of these... Sorry, I just like, I was going to say Mercury in like Virgo or Gemini or something, like a communication, very communicative sign. So it could be like any of the air signs, okay? But the rest of them is more like fiery. So I would say most of their chart is going to be pretty fiery, or maybe their Venus is in kind of more of a earthy signs, okay, because that's about commitment and stability type of things, okay. And so we have Jupiter as well, so good fortune. Again, we talked about this person. You guys will learn and teach each other, okay? Once you meet this person, maybe you're in this negative mode before, and after you meet this person, you're going to just grow and expand, and you're going to become very, very positive. And I feel the same thing about this person as well. This person might be a little bit pessimistic before. I mean, although you might not see it, but they might be like that, because I do feel with this energy, you guys have very similar pain and stuff, so you guys understand each other. Again, I just want to reiterate that. So once you guys meet each other and you feel like you're, destined to meet and stuff like that, you guys slowly become more and more optimistic about things, and you're like, oh wow, like the universe or gods or whatever you believe in, your religion, is that they haven't given up on me, right? So when you hit rock bottom, the only way you could go is up, right? So any other additional information about this person, additional signs? Okay. Why? With this over here, this card over here, I feel like it's kind of like this energy. Why? Okay, so before you meet this person, so you're gonna be asking a lot about, like, why is this happening to me? Why is this, all these, like, why, like, you feeling like life is so unfair. And I feel like when you're questioning about, like, all these, like, having doubts about, like, your religion or your belief or in that kind of things, that's when this person is going to slowly creep up on you and just, meet this person. And then now you will understand why. I feel like that's when you will understand why. You're like, oh, okay, I was supposed to go through all of that trauma, all of that pain. I know it's like horrible to experience it, but because you experience all of those, and now this is why you would treasure this relationship so much more. You would appreciate this person so much more, because this person is completely unlike the other people that you've met before, and you will understand why. Okay, and then let's take a look at this one. Romance angel. Okay. Healing family issues, giving your relationship a chance. Oh my goodness, what did we say over here? I do feel like whatever pain, it could be relationship, like past romantic relationship, but it could also be family issues, right? You and your person might have like similar family issues or share similar romantic pains or whatever before, and then you guys heal each other, right? You guys are healing each other. That's how you know this is the person for you, because you guys share similar things. You went through very similar experiences. Over here, give your relationship a chance. Again, we talked about this, like when you met this person, you didn't want to be in a relationship before. You feel like, no, I'm not ready. I don't want to be in love again. I don't think anyone's going to love me. I suck, all of these like negative energy. And but see, it's telling you to give it a chance, because you'll realize this person is meant to be. You're meant to meet this person, right? After all these crazy things happen in your life. Since we see this, February. All right. So kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Bow, you are highly thought of. Yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. Okay, I feel like with these two cards, when you met this person, again, this why, feeling tied down, very, very frustrated. Why is all these horrible things happening to me? And unsettling time, right? And need to plan ahead. I feel like it's kind of like this person. So you realize like, okay, I need to look forward and not back, and slowly coming out of it. So this person is going to help you come out of all these like negative energy. that's when you know this is the right person. Also, you feel very, very safe. Again, we talked about it, right? And you're very highly thought of. This person is going to think like you're wonderful, you are enough, you are like the perfect person, right? For him or her. And February, we have a timeline for February. That means you might have met this person back in February. Okay, it could be this year or years before, or if you feel like, you know, I don't know, 70% of the things I said, you don't have a person in mind that matches it, then so you don't think you haven't met this person yet, it could be next year in February, okay, that you will be meeting this person. So it's coming up soon. February is Valentine's Day as well. All right, so that's what I see for pile number 1. This is who, what, when, how your future spouse is going to be like, and I hope you will meet this person. It sounds like a wonderful person. All right, let me know how this resonates with you by leaving in the comment section below. And if you haven't met this person, it would be great if you, I don't know, bookmark it or somehow, and then come back and tell me if you do meet this person. All right, and yeah, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel and or my video. I would love to for you to turn on your notification bell if you want to be notified. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Yikes. All right, group number 2. What is your person like? So, first card is what they're like. We have the 3 of Swords. Okay. So this person, I would say this is the personality. This person probably went through a lot of traumas, a lot of pain back, or just very harsh childhood, or harsh, I don't know, family, or maybe relationship. Okay, they went through a lot in life, and just like a lot of pain, a lot of, maybe they've seen a lot of deaths, okay, just like a lot of crazy things happen in their life before. They've seen all kinds of things, okay, experienced all kinds of things, and I wouldn't say like they experience all these, like, but it doesn't mean that this is just, it's just like a painful card, okay? It doesn't mean that they're good or bad. It's just that, it just means that they're very, very experienced in all kinds, in various, okay, kind of things. So this person has a very rich type of energy. I feel like almost very wise, just because of the 3 of Swords energy, where they've experienced so much, so that they've seen a lot of things already. So I don't feel like they're the kind of person that will hold on to a lot of things, because they have a kind of the attitude of, you know, if it's meant to be, it'll be. They don't really hold on to anything, just because they've seen all kinds of crazy things happen before. Okay. So how will you meet? We have this 8 of Wands energy, which is very interesting, because pile number 1 got 8 of Wands as a clarifier for how they will meet, okay? And 8 of Wands is like Cupid's arrow, but since you have the 8 of Wands right away, it's not a clarifier card. I would say that how you guys will meet it with Eight of Wands is about messages. So it could start off just like maybe online at the beginning. Okay, a lot of going you know, texting back and forth, or like social media. That could be one of the ways that you guys meet. Okay, and then, you know, you guys maybe talk about things a lot, and things happen very, very quickly, escalated very quickly, and then you decided to meet. Okay, so that could be how you guys met. Or this could be like, I don't know if people are still doing like pen pals and stuff, things like that. But I feel like a very high chance this person you guys met through the internet, okay, or social media. Like you're just messaging back and forth. It's a very high chance of that. Or let's see, you guys might have met, okay, by like a river, or like somewhere there's water, okay, maybe like a pond. I feel like this is more like a river type of thing, okay, smaller body of water. Yeah, I feel like a very high chance of like with this Eight of Wands is through online, okay? Or somebody might have introduced you guys together, but at the beginning you guys probably couldn't actually have time to meet somehow, so you guys just text each other back and forth. So like I feel like with this card over here, how you guys meet at the very beginning is through like texting, or just like writing things like before you guys actually eventually meet. So that's why it's like internet, social media, or even if you met through a friend, it could just be texting at first. Like somebody set you guys up, and then you guys just exchanged numbers somehow, and then just talked over the phone at first, and then you decided to meet. That's how like you guys will meet, okay? And then now with your first impression of them, so your first impression of your person is you have the World card. Yep. You feel like this person is very, very well traveled, very well cultured. Again, this kind of makes sense because they've seen a lot of things. That's why at the beginning I said I feel like a very wise energy. It's because maybe they've been everywhere around the world as well. I don't know, like a veteran or something type of energy, right? A lot of deaths that they've seen. It doesn't have to be veteran, but I do feel like a veteran energy. Could be a veteran, okay? Or like army, military, police officer, or Navy, all these like people that's working, or you know, crazy things. Or I don't know why, but it could be like they could be okay, so this is not going to resonate with everybody, but I was just like a drug dealer, but they used to be, okay, but they are not anymore. So like maybe when they were really, really young, okay, so they've seen a lot of crazy things, and they're like, all right, not my thing, I'm going to come get out of it. So they might be very rebellious, okay, also, because with the Three of Swords, I feel like they could be very, very rebellious. You know, they just, if somebody want them to do certain things, they just want to do it anyways, just because, okay? So maybe they've broken a lot of hearts before. They might be like a little player before as well, okay? So coming with this, so they might have like a lot of relationship before. They broke other people's heart, and in return, other people broke their hearts, you know, that's only fair. So like they've just experienced all kinds of stuff. And now your first impression of this person, obviously you don't know their backgrounds, but you just get the sense of they're very, very cultured. They're very wise, very well traveled. Anything you talk to them about, they know a little bit about everything. They might even know a few different languages, okay? They've been all over the world, or they might even, I feel like they might even be a blogger. That might be also you guys, how you guys meet, okay? You maybe you went to their site, okay? Or they could be like an influencer and you're like, oh my gosh, you know, I really love the stuff that you wrote, or I really like the music, or whatever it is, okay? And then that's how you guys meet too, okay? So it doesn't have to be those like online dating app. It could just like, it's just somehow through online, okay? Because the world also, it's like this person, you might also, the first impression of this person, you might also feel like this person and you are like two different worlds. You never even thought that you guys will be together. This person is like your future spouse. You're just like, you're just so up there or high above. I'm like nothing too, okay? You're just like admire this person. That's your first impression of your future spouse. All right, so for, let's see, the next card, we have the Six of Wands. All right, how will they affect you? This card is how will they affect you? They are like a leader. Okay, again, very wise energy. They're like a leader. People look up to them. So how will they affect you? Confidence. You by getting to know them, once you are in a relationship with this person, you learn to be a leader. You learn how to act, or not like pretending act, but like how to behave in front of people, okay? Even with all these like past traumas or past experiences, you like, how do you behave? How do you show yourself? And how do you gain respect? How does this person affect you? You gain a lot of respect through them as well, because they teach you a lot of stuff. You understand, you become more cultured and wise, and they'll probably take you around as well and show you everything too. And so like, now people look up to you and you're like, oh wow, like that's how it feels like, okay? Before you might feel very, very little. Again, your first impression, right? You feel like you guys are two different worlds, and the more you get to know them, you become more involved in their world, and you understand how to behave, how to act in that, okay? And how will they affect you? This is also about public recognition. So I think this person, by getting, because again, I feel like this person might be kind of famous too, all right? So, or very well known in the field that they are in. So how will they get to know you? You will become, whatever you guys do, a lot of people will like, look at you guys for things, or you're forced. I feel like you're forced to behave a certain way in front of people, because there's an image to protect, okay? There is a image to be a certain way in front of people, like publicly. Not that it's like fake or anything, but again, you know, you do want to have good influence on people. You want to be a leader. You want to be a role model. So that's how this person is going to affect you. You want to become that for people. Okay, so that's how they will affect you. All right, so let's take a look at the kind of relationship it'll be. This is a moon card, a major arcana card. Okay. So I feel like this is kind of interesting, because this is public recognition, and this is like all like secretive and mysterious, right? So the kind of relationship it'll be, I feel like it's going to be, it's not like fearful, okay? But it's more just like very, very low key, very, because you guys are getting so much attention, so you really don't want to draw a lot of or like the two of you, both of you, okay? This is like a consent type of, like you guys both agree that you don't want a lot of people paying a lot of attention on your relationship. The attention you want to get is like as a role model, as how you should benefit the society. How do you do maybe like charity work, or you know, public speaking about like, you know, how to start your career or something, you know, just that kind of thing. Like more, the attention should be more like career focused, but you don't want any kind of attention on the relationship. So the relationship itself, you guys are keeping it very, very low key, very, very subtle. You don't want a lot of attention. Also, I feel like it's kind of like mysterious as well, because you guys don't really know what is going to happen. You kind of live in the moment. This relationship, you guys live in the moment. Again, this kind of reflects this person's personality too, because they've seen a lot of things happen. So they don't try to plan ahead. They always they want to live life the fullest at the moment right now. So with this moon card, because you can't see very far ahead, so the relationship, you guys will try to make the best out of everything right now, right here and then. Okay, so you guys don't actually plan too far ahead. I don't think you guys plan like, oh, we're going to have kids together, we're gonna have family together, what we're gonna do in the future. You don't look too far ahead. Maybe the most that you guys looked into is like a few months ahead. That's maybe like, hey, where are we going to travel? Okay, we need to take some time off, that kind of thing. So you don't have like these like crazy long-term goal, okay, because you don't even know what's going to, this person's I guess like motto or you know what they live by is that you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? We could die tomorrow and we just have to live life without any regret, type of thing. Okay, to them, life is very, very mysterious, and they work in their own mysterious way. So they don't plan ahead. So your relationship is going to feel like you don't actually feel like not that you feel like you don't have a future, but this person doesn't really tell you that much about future. So because they don't believe in that. Because they feel like things could always change. You never know, type of thing. All right, so obstacle. We have the 7 of Cups. Very interesting, because we talked about it. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Anything could happen. Instead of a 7 of Cups is about illusions, about not knowing what you want. So obstacles, I don't think like this person doesn't know what they want, but they feel like anything is possible, anything. So they never have a concrete plan on anything. Okay, things could always change. They're very adaptable because they feel like that's how you should be. Like you should always adapt to your surrounding, to however things are, you know, and that's how they survived all their lives, right? They adapt to whatever things that came into their way, and they either, you know, overcome it or they walk around it, the obstacle. So with the 7 of Cups over here, I do feel like you guys are going to sometimes you might get into an argument about the future, because you feel like I don't know what, like, should I, like, what are we, right? First of all, they might not even give you a commitment too, because they're like, well, I don't know what's gonna happen, so I would just want to live life like the way it is. They might give you a commitment, but it's like, but the next day they would do something else, and you're like, but you promised this, and they'll be like, well, things come up, and you know, you gotta adapt and do whatever, right? So you guys are gonna have a little bit of the relationship also, like with the moon card, is very dreamy too, right? Like you just can't see very clear. It could be very romantic as well, because it's a Pisces energy, very romantic, but again, it could all be an illusion, which is like this, the 7 of Cups, illusion. So sometimes you just don't feel like, you don't feel secure. You don't feel, not that you don't feel safe with this person, but you just don't feel secure. You feel like this person can be gone anytime and you'll be left alone, type of thing. And you can't really see too far ahead into the future, because they don't tell you like, oh, we're gonna get married and we're going to have kids and this is all their plan. And you might ask them about it and they'll be like, we'll see, and not ever give you that concrete answer. which is very, very, very frustrating. And so, but they will give you a lot of like, because they're very romantic, right? They're very, very romantic. So they'll tell you like, you know, build you a picture of things, but then it's just like, you don't know when that's going to happen, right? You don't know when that is going to happen. It's just like very like fairy tale like, you're like, all right, okay, so how are we gonna make that happen? And they won't give you a concrete plan because it's all just like more like a fairy tale, like a story. So you guys do get into an argument about that. The obstacle is that they don't let you feel like you have a future together. Okay, so I think that's what you're gonna mainly be arguing about, and you might even want to give them ultimatum, but you can't really change this person because Major Arcana card, right? For these two. Your first impression of this person is the Major Arcana card as well. And so, and most likely that's what this person is going to be like. And it's very hard to change how this person is going to be like, you know? And then how will you know that this is the right person for you when you meet them? The kind of like symbols and messages and that kind of thing. That's what this card is for. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. You do have a few cards that you have this card and this card, very similar to pile number 1. So if you want to listen to one, you might want, maybe you can listen to that, but again, it's at different, this one is at a different position, so it might feel a little bit different. But all right, we'll talk about how you will know this is the person for you. You will feel pretty destined when you meet this person, because like out of all these people, like because we talked about it, this person might be kind of famous in their field, so maybe they have a lot of fans or something like that, and you would never think that they will like respond to you, and yet out of all these messages, he responded or she responded to you, and you guys actually started talking to each other, and you just feel like, whoa, that's gotta be something that's like very, very fated. So Wheel of Fortune, a very fated type of energy. Oh my gosh, I just realized this is in reverse. This is in reverse. All right, so it is very fate like, but again, since it is in reverse, it's about this. We just talked about it, right? What the relationship is going to be like and the obstacle. So even though it's fated, you can't see the future. You're just living in the moment. So I feel like for pile number 2, this is probably like a major relationship for you, like your future spouse. It is a future spouse reading, but the thing is, this person is not going to give you a concrete commitment, which is kind of like interesting. So this person is going to have a major effect in your life, but and you might, you know, stay with them. You might even live with them, okay? But unlike pile number 1, where they will give them like a concrete commitment, like a material, something that they can hold on to, like a piece of paper or something like that. So for pile number 2, you might be with this person forever and ever, but this person might not want to get married. Does that make sense? So you guys are going to be like those domestic partner or something. Is that what they call? So this is like your future. Just because I got this, I just realized it's a reverse card of Wheel of Fortune. We'll draw more card and we'll see if there's any other symbols or, you know, signs and stuff like that for your future spouse. But this, just know that you guys are going to have a, you know, constant argument about this. All right, so let's see. Seventh house. Wow, partnership. Libra energy, so they do have a decision making problem. They are not very good at it. All right. Seventh house, that's like this energy, right? Seventh house is about partnership. So for sure, this is like, again, destined type of thing. It's all about like, you will feel like this is the person you want to be with. The only thing is, it's just, I don't think you guys will like marry, like have that paper. We talked about, you know, having that paper in the first pile, but this person might not care about that as much. So you know, I mentioned earlier about the domestic partnership type of things. Also, I would have to say, like with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the one of the signs could also be that you guys are going to be on and off type of things too. Okay, you guys might separate and then you guys come back together, separate and come back together, just because of this. Like you know, Wheel of Fortune reverse, because Wheel of Fortune doesn't always stay in reverse, it rotates, right? So at times you guys are going to, with this, because you're like, oh my god, I can't have a future, and then you guys just like, you know, maybe separate, you know, that kind of things. And but then it is very fated, you guys will come back together again, because maybe you miss this person a lot. They are very well, because they're a world to you, they mean the world to you. Okay, so they will draw you back in. You guys will keep drawing each other back in. It's like it's a very intense, crazy relationship. What other signs? Yep, by the book. I don't feel like it's going to be by the book. Okay, with this card coming out, it says it's by the book, but if you go by, okay, maybe this is what it's trying to say. It's the 11 energy, so could be very twin flame-ish, or like soulmate-ish, but so like that on and off type of thing. See if there's any more cards that want to come out for. I'll draw this one. The tribe, yeah. I feel like the tribe, and I just see like the elephant coming in, like you know, it's like dad, mom, and little baby elephant, and then this is like that too. The maybe mama giraffe with the baby giraffe. So like you guys are going to feel very like family. Okay, so it's very, very, and then we have the 7th house. So you guys are going to be together. Okay, you guys are going to feel like family, but the only thing is, I mean, okay, you might get married. Let me put it that way. You might get married, but it will be a very on and off kind of thing, just because of the Wheel of Fortune being reversed. All right. All right, so let's take a look at this. But I just feel like with a higher chance, you might just be domestic partner. Okay, so you deserve love. Yeah, sometimes you're going to feel like this person, like, do you really love me, right? You're going to feel like that. And it's, but yes, you are lovable. I feel like with this, it's like you need to respect yourself. That's the sign and symbol. You deserve love. This person do love you very much, okay? I do feel like they do love you, but it's just that I feel like they're very scared. It's probably because of all that crazy thing that they've went through, you know, when they were young or throughout their life. We don't have a timeline. All right, let's see this one. All right, June. Okay, so this person might be a Gemini or a Cancer. Okay, this person might be a Gemini or a Cancer. scissor, disappointment in some affair. Okay, I feel like that's kind of like this, you know, sometimes you just feel very disappointed because you don't know where this relationship is going. So that could be one of the signs. You're just like, again, I feel like that on and off. Scissors is like cutting it off, cutting things, right? So maybe you want to cut the relationship, cut them out of your life, but then you guys come back together. So that on and off kind of things. Plenty of material things. They do love you very much, so they do want to give you a lot of stuff. So like you do feel very happy with them. They do spend, you know, money and time and all that stuff on you. Forest, muddle, unclear thinking. This is this energy. So yes, this is one of the signs that this person is very undecisive. They can't give you a promise. They're like a dreamer. Okay. Pisces energy. Control your anger or you will be sorry. All right. So lightning. I feel like this is kind of like this energy where it's like the 8 of Wands. So things are going to come in very, very fast at a very fast pace. So this is one of the signs. Like you guys will, you know, get together, you meet, you talk, and then they respond and you guys get together and meet this person. Everything comes very, very fast. New home, new attitude. So you guys, I feel like with this card, you will meet each other. You will maybe even live with each other, like the domestic partnership thing we talked about, and things. I feel like because I think these two cards fell out together, so you might move in very, very quickly with this person. That's one of the signs. So Beetle, we have good fortune. That is the Wheel of Fortune card, right? So you will feel very, very lucky when you meet this person. Okay, you will feel lucky. It's just that this person is very fickle and changes a lot, and you can't really know what they're thinking. And it's because they're very adaptable. Gemini energy, right? I guess Gemini energy as well. Yeah, Gemini energy and Pisces energy. So they might have very heavy Gemini and Pisces energy, all right? So they're always like, and also like maybe Libra as well, like all these two-sided balancing kind of things. So, and then combined with their past traumas or experiences, they just don't want to commit to any one thing. They want to be able to stay flexible all the time. All right. And it might really frustrate you a lot. And maybe that you might get angry a lot. Okay. So that's one of the signs that, you know, or that's might be some of the things that could happen in the relationship. So that's what I see for pile number 2. This is your future spouse reading. Oh, with this June card, not just that they're Gemini or Cancer, but they also, you might have met this person back in June. Okay. Or if, you know, if a lot of the things I said, you can't put a face to this person, or like, you know, 70% you're like, I don't think I know this person. So you might meet this person next June. All right. And again, because it might be an on and off type of thing. So maybe it wasn't like last June, but like, you know, June before, or, you know, whatever it is that you've met this person from before. All right, so let me know how this resonates with you. You can leave it in the comment section below. And if you haven't met this person, if you did, you know, if you do meet this person, maybe you can come back and let me know. If you know, that would be really nice. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel and or my video. And you can turn on that notification bell if you want to get notified whenever I have future readings. Okay, and that's it. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay, so for pile number 3, your person is, okay, Sorry, I'm just... what they're like. So we have the the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This person might be slightly selfish, or just, I said slightly just because, you know, I don't want you to be like, what? But yeah, they could be very selfish. Okay, just because it's Six of Pentacles in reverse. Upright, they're probably very generous, but since it's in reverse, they could be very like self-centered, not very generous. Okay, they might be a little bit stingy with money. I mean, they could be rich. They're stingy with money doesn't mean they're like financially struggling. They could be very well off, but they just very stingy. They don't like to spend money. They're very you know, careful with their money. Okay, with this in reverse, this person might, when I say selfish, it could also be just like, you know, self-centered. It's just that they want people to do things for them, but they're sometimes or oftentimes they don't remember to return that favor. So they're just or they're always on the receiving end of things instead of on the giving end of things. But it could be the other way around. They might always give. They give too much, okay, and they don't accept people giving back to them. So it's the person could be a little bit off balance, okay. So they could be very, very self-centered, okay, very, very selfish, or they're just like way selfless and they don't think they deserve a lot of things. So, but either way, I don't think it's good, okay? But that's just what they're like before they met you, all right? Maybe you could change them, we'll see. All right, so that's what they're like. You know, they could be very selfish. They just, you know, they don't know how to balance off like the give and take, okay? So now the second one is, how will you meet? We have the Six of Wands in reverse. So I feel like with the Six of Wands in reverse, how you will meet, you might meet this person secretly, because this is Six of Wands is about like public recognition and like something very public. So you might have meet this person like kind of secretly, which is, I don't know how you do that secretly, but maybe like could be, I was gonna say internet, but then I don't really feel that with the Six of Wands, because it's also about like failure, because Six of Wands is about victory. So maybe you feel at like, when you feel like you're a failure, maybe you failed at something, okay, and you just feel really bad about yourself. That's when you meet this person, okay? This person just like miraculously like appears into your life. So maybe in that case, maybe this person is more giving. So they're helping you because you are at the rock bottom of your life, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm such a failure. I'm horrible. I'm like nothing. Like you're just like beating yourself up, right? And this person starts to, they appear to in your life and start like maybe giving you a lot of things and telling you, no, you're great. Or, if you always feel like a failure or whatever, maybe this person gives you a purpose. So when you meet this person, you want to give a lot to this person, and this person takes it, like you want to take care of them, and they appreciate, well, you feel like they appreciate because they'll ask you for a lot of things, and then you will do it for them. They'll be like, oh, okay, thank you, you know, and they might even say like very nice things, and it makes you feel like you have purpose and worth, okay? So that might be how you guys meet. So now your first impression of this person is Queen of Wands. The thing is, I do have to say, because with these two cards in reverse, first of all, future spouse, sometimes we marry some people and they might not be the right person for us, but we met them for a reason and we fall in love, we marry them for whatever it is, because it seems right at that moment, okay? But this person could be not like a wonderful person. So I'm just saying, like now I'm saying this to you and you're like, oh my God, this is like a horrible person. But when you actually meet this person, you might think like they're wonderful and you actually disregard all of their flaws. And they might present the stuff that I'm saying about this person, but then you find reasons to justify it, okay? So future spouse doesn't mean that this person is like this wonderful person, God or goddess like, okay? So if you feel like whatever I said about this person, like, you know, selfish or self-centered or whatever, you're like, what is that meaning about me, you know, accepting that kind of person? But it's just, it happens, right? And also future spouse sometimes doesn't mean that you will stay with them for a very long time too, because it just means that you'll get married with this person. But what is the marriage is going to be like? I just want to mention that. That's why sometimes I don't do a future spouse reading, just because it doesn't mean that this person is the one that's meant for you. It just means that somehow your paths crossed and you fell in love, and then at the moment you were head over heels about them, you ignored all their flaws, and then you realized their flaws after, okay? So that's why I usually like to do the next partner type of things. And so all right, I just want to put it out there. So the future spouse doesn't mean that this is like your soulmate, or this is like that one person that you're going to be together for the rest of your life. It just means that it could be a person that you'll marry, all right? Or the next important person that's going to change your life. All right, so I'm just put it out there and you can take it however you want to take it. And it is a general reading, so if this doesn't resonate with you at all, maybe pick a different reading. So I just because these two cards came out, I do feel more of that self-centered, you know, not very generous feel of the Six of Pentacles, and a little bit less of the super giving kind of person, all right? And the Six of Wands over here too, you know, how you guys will meet. Because sometimes when you are at a not so high of a vibration, you might attract people who are similar to you in some ways. Not that, you know, like people, I don't mean like bad, but like, for example, you don't feel like you're worth it, right? You're worth it. Like how we're talking about, like this person actually make you feel like they need you. They need you to do all these things for them, and you feel like needed. You feel like you're being appreciated or needed, and you like that. Okay, so that's how you guys will meet. Yes. Okay, so Six of Wands. And this person, with this, I even feel like, remember we talked about this is upright is about public recognition. With this reverse, this might be like secret affairs as well, because we talked about self-centeredness. So at the beginning, you might not be able to openly tell people about your relationship. Okay, this is how you guys meet. So it's like a secret affair or of some sort. Okay, that could be this with the Six of Wands in reverse. I'm just saying how, like, you know, how it is, how I see with the cards. All right, so with the third card over here is your impression of them. Your impression of them. This is what they're really like, but this is your first impression of this person. Queen of Wands, you feel like they're a passionate person. You feel like they're a wonderful person. Very, very passionate. Very, very caring. So maybe they put on a persona. I don't know. I'm just saying that because what they're like is actually Six of Pentacles in reverse. So your first impression of this person is that they're very giving. They're very passionate, very stable, and like a go-getter. Okay, so Queen of Wands. I keep wanting to say like jealousy, but you take it as like a good thing though. Like they, not jealousy in like a bad way. Like they just very, I feel like they're very flirtatious, and they might even say, oh, who is that? Like when I meant jealousy is like, oh, who's that person talking to you? You're like, you're mine, you know, like showing a little bit of that possessiveness. Okay, that's your first impression. It's just like very, very flirty. That's what you perceive, your first impression of this person. And that kind of like, you like that. You like, oh, like he says I'm his, you know, or she says I'm hers. Like you like that. So yeah, they're very flirtatious, very beautiful. I feel like very handsome, very beautiful. Yeah, very social. Okay. Yeah, very, very, it's like very charismatic. Okay, so like it drew you in. I just look at that sunflower over there. So they're like bright and shiny, and you just like cannot take your eyes off of them. That's your first impression of this person. This person is just like, wow. Okay. That's your first impression. And then how will this person affect you? We have the Queen of Pentacles. How you have two queens. Wow. All right. So how will this person affect you? This person will affect you in the way of like, you become more practical. You become a lot more grounded. Okay, you look at things from more of like a systematic point of view, because this person might be like really passionate. They're a little bit all over the place, okay, because they just do whatever they feel like, you know, their mood takes them. But how they affect you is with this Queen of Pentacles, is you're like, no, we need to do this first, and then you set them a plan. So you're almost becoming like a manager for them, all right? Like you tell them what they need to do, put them in their place a little bit. And maybe you even look after their finance, okay? Because with this Six of Pentacles in reverse now, I also get with, they might just spend frivolously, okay? It could be that they're really, really careful with money, okay? That they're like completely stingy, or they just spend money like they don't even know how much money they have. Okay, so like they just like overspend, and they're like in debt or something like that. Okay, so it could be that as well. And with this over here in Queen of Pentacles, how they affect you is that you actually become like, okay, so I need to take care of your finance for you, because like obviously you don't know how to like take care of your finance. Or the other part we're talking about, like if that's the, okay, so sorry, backtrack. So if they don't know how to, if they're overspent, they're like an overspender, you're going to become like their finance person. If they're like very stingy and that kind of things, then they're going to teach you how to like be very like, you know, spend money on only the necessity of things. Okay, so you actually become more like them, okay, where you don't overspend, you don't spend a lot of things. You become very, very practical. You only spend things on things that you need for sure. Although Queen of Pentacles, I do feel like a little bit of that earthy like Empress feel, but Empress is more like generous. I feel like this is a little bit more reserved and like holding on to things, okay? Very, very practical, like looking after your finance and like holding that. So like they'll change your views on how you handle money for sure. Okay, this is the and also career. How will they affect you? I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, you also become more career driven as well. You feel like having a career is very important, and not just having a career, but going up the ladder. You want to have a certain social status. You want to be respected. Maybe because over here they're keeping you like a secret. They don't want people to know about your relationship, right? And so in other ways you kind of compensate. You want to be recognized for your hard work, for your work and that kind of thing. So you actually work really, really hard career-wise. That's how they affect you. The kind of relationship this will be is a 5 of Pentacles. All right, so very interesting. With the 5 of Pentacles, this is the I'm not you're like, what? 5 of Pentacles, not that you guys are like, you know, beggar and like poor, like living, like being homeless or anything, but I do feel like the kind of relationship is that they probably might not pay as much attention to you, and that's the reason why you shift your focus to career, because you don't feel very too satisfied about the relationship. Again, this is, I think as the relationship progress, you're going to feel a little bit more and more dissatisfied. Although they're still going to be by your side, you're still together, but there is like a certain discontent, because we talked about it. This person is a little bit self-centered. They don't really notice other people's needs. They only know like themselves. Okay, even though at the very beginning you feel like they're super charismatic, but that's how they presented to people that they first met, or people that don't really know them. As you get to know them a little bit more, they're a little bit, they like to do things on their own. Okay, so this, I feel like that's part of the reason why, like how they affect you is that sometimes you seek recognition through like career or something. So you will be really your career is going to like take off once you get to know this person. Okay, and the kind of relationship it's just that you guys are together, but it might lack a little bit of communication. So this is more just like a warning for you. So now that you know, maybe you can try to fix this. All right, so if this is the person that you're kind of like with, maybe or if you do meet this person, you'll know, okay, you will recognize the problem. So the relationship is just like it's a little bit like both of you focusing on your career and not on each other, I feel like. Okay, and you don't really communicate about your feelings with each other. You don't communicate about like your problems and all of that. So it's just like you guys are a little bit distant. I feel like the relationship is a little bit cold and distant at times, or many times. Okay, so you want to watch out about this. Obstacles. This next card is obstacles, and we have death. All right, so with the death card over here, the obstacles. All right, so which kind of makes sense, because we have the kind of relationship over here being the 5 of Pentacles, and we say you guys don't really communicate. There's a lack of communication here. There is a little bit of like you working on your separate work and separate things, and you don't really see the need of each other's, like the needs of each other. Okay, and that I feel like it's because of this person. Okay, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, which affected you somehow, and now you focus your your attention to your career. You could become very busy with your career and stuff like that, and then you guys just slowly grew apart. But you guys are still together, but apart, like emotionally. All right, and so with this death card over here being the obstacle, I feel like that's what it is. Like you guys are growing cold and letting the relationship die. That's the obstacle. You guys don't talk, and you don't communicate. You each work on your own thing, and like the passion dies. At the very beginning, you find this person charismatic and passionate, but you guys let this this relationship kind of like fade out, kind of thing. Okay, so this is the obstacle, death. I feel like it's that emotional unavailable type of thing. Like you guys don't talk anymore. You just like, look at this, everything is like a mess. A lot of things, I think many times their problems rise and then you guys chose to ignore it. That's the obstacle. You let a lot of like problems piled up, and then you don't know where to begin to resolve the issues. Okay, so that's the obstacle between in this relationship. You just like, the passion slowly died. All right, so now how will you know that this is the person? All right, how will you know this is the person? Page of Swords. Maybe this is like a reversal. You're like, this is the person I'm going to get away from. All right, so Page of Swords. This person is, you know that this is the person, is that this person is very, very curious. They're very talkative. They know how to talk. So which is very interesting, because you guys stop talking over here, the relationship. You guys stop talking. But at the beginning, or you know, how will you know it's this person, is that they're very talkative. They're very knowledgeable. They're very humorous. But then again, Page of Swords, very immature. They might be young in age, or they're just very immature in their thinking, their thoughts. They want to explore the world. They're very curious about a lot of things. So at the beginning, you find that very interesting, because they ask you all these questions. You find them very, very charismatic. They're very humorous. They make you laugh. Again, very knowledgeable about things. They like to learn. They're a learner. And they might even write you like letters and that kind of things. Okay, messages. They'll message you a lot. So that's some of the signs with this card. So now let's take a look at these other signs. Wow. All right, so this is a card, Aquarius. Yep, it matches the Page of Swords, Aquarius energy. This person is very eccentric. So you find this person very eccentric. You find them like kind of in their own world, but very interesting. Okay, very, very interesting. Eccentricity. And they like to find out about things. They like to discover things. They're so at the beginning, your relationship is probably very very fun and adventurous. Okay, and maybe with the Six of Wands in reverse, is that you guys do a lot of like, you know, exploring of like unknown places. Okay, and just like secret places that he or she found out about, and you guys go and like visit those places. Imagine. Yep, this person has a crazy imagination. They're very imaginative. They're a dreamer. So they tell you about their big dreams, what they want to do. But then again, this person might be more of a talker than a doer. Okay, they think a lot. They think about a lot of things, but then they actually lack the action of it. Okay, at the very beginning. So they get very curious, but then their passion doesn't last. So you have to keep their curiosity, keep it up. And maybe that's why over here the Five of Pentacles is what the relationship will be like, is that because the curiosity, it lost its interest, like the interesting part of things. So you might want to keep it. I would say this is the advice, that you want to keep the relationship interesting in order for the passion to remain. Otherwise, this is your obstacle. It will die like that. And this is a major arcana card too, right? So you want to keep your relationship interesting. So funny, passion. At the very beginning, they're very, very passionate. They like you. They like you, okay? But the passion died, okay, slowly as time goes on. So to avoid this, you gotta keep the relationship interesting. You gotta keep piquing their interest, and not just like grow lazy about it and not put in effort into the relationship. All right, because this person is a very passionate person. They do like to learn about things, and so so you want to keep piquing their interest. Okay, older woman, that's interesting. Dealing or relationship with an older woman. So with this coming out with the Page of Swords, I feel like there is a relationship gap. Okay, so maybe that's why you guys don't communicate as time go on, is because there is a gap between your values and your thoughts and your thinking patterns. And at the very beginning, it's very interesting because it's like, oh wow, I've never experienced that before. But then it started to get a little bit old. So you want to keep that passion up. Okay, not unsuccessful plans, family sorrows. All right, so how will you know? Wow, unsuccessful plans. That's like this. How will you guys meet? Unsuccessful. So you know what? You guys might be, so maybe you guys are working on a project together. So maybe through work, you might meet this person and it was like a project that failed. Okay, so you're like, oh well. So maybe you guys worked on a project together, but it didn't get accepted, or like after the project failed and they put up together a team or something like that. Okay, and then you guys worked on like an unsuccessful plan to try to revive it or something like that. So that could be another way of you guys meeting, is through work, but working on some kind of like trying to revive some kind of a failed plan from before. Family sorrow, maybe you might meet this person that's horrible at a like you know, something happened in the family or something like that, and you met through like friends, you know, or I'm just gonna say it, like maybe funeral or something like that. That might be how you guys meet. Okay. Oh wow, we have July that flew out, and then men over here, dealing or relationship with a man. We have a man and an older woman. We have 2 cards. So definitely this is okay. So there might be because we have older woman and men over here. And over here it's like you guys growing apart, and then the obstacle death over here. And then over here also the 6 of Wands in reverse, which I said earlier that it could be like a secret affair at the beginning. So there, for pile number 3, some of you guys might also be in like a third party, like, or multi-party, okay, situation. And at the beginning, it's very fun and like, you know, passionate and stuff like that. But eventually it started to like die. It's because it's not fun anymore, because it's not like, oh, it's getting old. You know, this person might be, again, a little bit self-centered. You know, I feel like this person might also, you might be married to this person already. And then this is like what's happening right now too, as we're speaking, which I, yeah. All right, July. So I do feel like a lot of you might know this person already. Okay, maybe you met this person back in July. It could be this year, it could be years before. Okay, sometime in July. This person could have born in July, so they could be a Leo or a Cancer. Okay, and if the stuff that I said you're like, I don't think I've known a person like this yet, you might be meeting this person in July. And if you think this person is like, what, my future spouse is going to be like this, then try to avoid it. Okay. Yeah. or, you know, watch out the sign and just like, you're like, nope. I had a reading and you are a horrible person. I do not want to be with you. So that you can avoid this person, all right? I don't know how, let me know how this resonate with you, because this is like a little bit of like a lot of like negative energy, but that's just how I see it in the cards. If you guys see anything otherwise, you're more than welcome to share it with me down below. But yeah, I do feel like this could be like a third party or three-party situation. Might be something you're going through right now, and I feel like pile number 3 maybe not a lot of people will resonate, okay? But if it does, let me know too in the comment section below. I would love to get a little bit of feedback on this. Yeah, so let me know how this resonate, and then don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel and or my video, and you can turn on that notification bell if you want to get notified if I have any whenever I upload a new video. And yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, pile number 4. You're reading your future spouse. What are they like? What are they like? Okay, your person's like. Page of Cups. This person is very passionate. This person is very youthful. This person is I would Page of Cups, I just have a message where like they would write you like love letters type of thing. So they're very romantic, okay, very gentle, caring, might be a little emotional, okay. They might have problems controlling their emotions, so they'll get like, if they feel really sad, they'll like cry, you know. So it's very easy to tell their emotions, so they can't really hide their emotions. What else? Yeah, they speak their mind. They'll let you know exactly how they feel about things. All right, so how will you meet this person? We have the Page of Pentacles. All right, with the Page of Pentacles, how you will meet this person. I feel like this person is, with the Page of Pentacles, this person might be like in a servicing industry, okay? So you might meet this person while, this could be like a customer service, okay, waiter or whatever it is, like a customer service type of position. So you will meet this person so it could be anywhere, okay? It could be any possibility, any person that you meet, like, you know, serving you, you know, it could be even banker, right? Like a person that just like at the beginning and they served you, banker, agents, anybody that in the servicing industry, which is like huge, right? If you think about it. Could be also like a salesperson, I feel like, as well, because it's a Page of Pentacle. So like it could be a salesperson that they're trying to help you with whatever. Yeah, so like when you are seeking help, this is how, like, the first time that you'll meet, this is how you guys will meet, because you need help from someone, and then they're there to help you. Amazing. All right, so your first impression of them. Four of Pentacles. All right, you feel that your first impression of this person is that this person is a little bit stubborn. They might be a little bit controlling. So if they're a salesperson, okay, for example, you're trying to return something, they're like going by the books and they will not budge. For example, if you are trying to return something and it says like 30 days, within 30 days, and you're like on the 31st day and they're like, I'm sorry, you can't not return this because it's past the deadline, and you're like, no, come on, it's just like one day, will you just like make an exception or something? And they're like, no. All right, so they're like very, very going by the book, very stubborn. I mean, if you look at it either way, in one way you're like, oh wow, they're like, if they're your employee, you want that kind of employee. But as a service person, you're just like frustrated with them, okay? Because they're servicing you. You're like, come on. So that's your first impression of them. You just feel like, oh my goodness, they just like won't budge. And they're so like, they just like do things by the book and will like just not very flexible. You ask them for like little favors and they're like, no, because it's not, the company doesn't accept it or whatever it is, right? Because the first time you guys meet is probably through some kind of a servicing type of thing. And so your first impression of them will be like about that, okay? How they served you. They could be very helpful, but to a controlling point, okay, how would that happen? For example, they might tell you, maybe you ask them, like, what would you want, which one would you recommend, this brand or this brand? And they'll be like, I really like this brand and you should buy this brand because this is blah, blah, blah. And just like pushing you to buy this one thing that they think is the best thing ever, and even though you might be leaning more towards the other one, okay? So just like very I feel like a little bit aggressive in some way, but like very stubborn, okay? And they might not even listen to what you're trying to say type of thing. That's your first impression of them. You're like, ooh, I don't know if that's a good impression. All right, so but you know, they might be very good looking. Who knows? Maybe that's how they attract you, even though they're stubborn. All right, how they'll affect you. I do want to say though, Four of Pentacles, even though they're very stubborn, they are very knowledgeable. So that could be one of the ways why you think, I'll give them a chance. It's, you still like, you don't think they're annoying, like that you never want to see them again, right? So especially if it's like a banker or like salesperson related, they'll like give you all that fact about things. Okay. They might be very serious, okay? Your first impression of them. They're like nice, but they're very serious. I don't know if that makes sense. Like they're very serious about their job, about the things like they say. Very earthy energy. So how will they affect you? We have the Nine of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, we have 9 Pentacles. This person's chart, like birth chart, like astrology birth chart, is probably going to be very, very, very pentacle heavy, okay? Pentacle heavy. So how will they affect you? Nine of Pentacles, they will affect you by teaching you how to be financially independent, okay? Because they are, look at all these pentacles. I think they know a lot about finance, like the knowledge about finance kind of things, customer service, okay, servicing stuff in general, banking, investments, and all that stuff. So how will they affect you? They will affect you by telling you a lot about like these like investments or like money and finance, stocks, or whatever it is. And then also they tell you that you should, kind of brainwash you to to tell you that you should be financially independent, and also just be independent in general as well. Like your happiness should be the most important thing. Because they've over here, Page of Cups, they are not the kind of people that will like hide their feelings. So over here, how they will affect you is that you should do things that make you happy. All right, that's how they will affect you. They want you to be happy on your own and not be codependent on anyone else. So you should be independent financially, emotionally, everything. And two whole people be coming together so 1 + 1 should be greater than 2. That's what they believe. Okay, 1 + 1 should be greater than 2. So mathematic, right? That just like came through. It's like the kind of thinking that they're in. 1 + 1 should be greater than 2. So you and this person coming together should not equal to 2, but greater than 2, because you are two complete, happy, independent person. So coming together, you actually not only make each other happy, but like make a great team, make everything that much better. Okay. So that's how they affect you. So if you are currently like more of a dependent person, have a different type of mindset, they're going to affect you that way. All right, so the kind of relationship this will be, we have the King of Swords in reverse. So this is the kind of relationship that this will be. It's going to be all right, so King of Swords is more logical, okay, very mature, very logical. So sometimes I feel like the kind of relationship this will be is that you guys will I don't want to say that there's going to be lack of communication, but sometimes I feel like you guys are on two different pages. You're not on the same page of things. So the kind of relationship, so you guys will communicate, you guys will talk, but you guys talk in different languages, or not like literally different language, but like metaphorically different language. Okay, so you think you understand each other, but you actually don't. So like you miscommunicate sometimes. Okay, the kind of relationship. Also, King of Swords is very rational. Okay, but having this reverse, sometimes you guys will let your anger get the best of you. Okay, because we talked about this in Page of Cups. The emotions is a little bit unstable because they're at it's still like a more youthful energy. So sometimes you guys will get like have heated debate about something because you guys don't see eye to eye about something, because the sword is about thinking. So you guys might have kind of different values on things. So that will cause a little bit of a problem. Talking about that, because I saw the next one, because this number 6 card is the obstacles, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. So since we're on the topic of values and obstacles and type of things, so this is your obstacle. So definitely different values about things. Okay, especially about money. There's going to be a little bit of like difference in value. This is your obstacle. So things that you need to overcome, because over here, the kind of relationship that this is in, because the Queen of Swords is in reverse. So that's why I just want to combine these two and talk about this together. So it's you guys will not see eye to eye about things. And sometimes you get, you either let your emotion get the best of you, okay? You or your person, okay? That your guys' emotion get the best of you, and you just like talk about, like argue heatedly about stuff because you just couldn't see from the other person's point of view. Or because we have the 5 of Pentacles over here, you guys might just like not talk to each other for days too. So it's like swinging from one to the other. So you might have really heated debate, or just like not talk after that, something like that. Okay, so you want to watch out about a little bit of like emotionally instability. You guys are gonna, like, your emotions kind of go. And also, we talked about this person works in the service industry, and they might be like a salesperson or something like that. So they're really good at talking. And so sometimes I feel like with this, you just feel so frustrated because like they could just talk themselves out of a lot of things, and you're just like, oh my God. And you're just like very, very upset about it because they always win, like verbally. Okay. And you feel like you can never win whenever you guys have an argument, and it's just like very, very frustrating to you. So then you feel like, okay, fine, then I just won't talk to you. I don't want to talk to you because you don't listen, and I can never win. You don't see my perspective and that kind of thing. So just really watch out about your communication, because that's where it starts to break down a little bit. Okay. But this last card, you do have the Sun, so which is a great card to have. This is how you will know this is the right person for you. In general, this person is very sunny. They might be a Leo. Okay, they might be a Leo. They're very optimistic. Maybe Sagittarius as well. Most of their chart is earthy energy though. Again, your first impression of this person is stubborn, and I feel like after you get to know this person, it's still stubborn. Okay, because they don't shift, they don't budge. But the good thing is, like, they're very emotional, they're caring, so they might, you know, your obstacle over here is like you guys might not talk to each other for a few days or something like that, or you don't want to talk to this person. But I feel like with them being a Page of Cups, they will probably apologize after, but it's just not right away, because they do feel a little bit prideful, you know. Especially over here we have the Sun, Leo energy, or Sagittarius, like fiery energy. So their pride is, you know, quite important to them. So how will you know that this is the right person? The kind of sign, symbols, and etc. messages. So this person is very optimistic. This, again, we talked about it. This person might be a little fiery. In general, they don't hold grudges. They do let go of grudges, and that's why I feel like if you guys do get into like an argument and you don't talk to each other for days or something like that, they will be the one to apologize. Okay, because they can't hold grudges for too long. Let's take a look at other signs of your future spouse. All right, we have 2 cards that flew out. All right, flirt and heart to heart. Ooh, okay. All right, so this person is very, very flirty. That's how you will also know, because they are very Sagittarius or Leo. And over here, heart to heart conversations. You guys will actually talk very deeply about stuff. So at the beginning, you guys will talk a lot about things, and you have like, so you get to know this person really well, which is, you know, very Page of Cups as well. You know, they don't, and Sagittarius or Leo, they're pretty open as well. So they will tell you stuff. If you ask them, they'll tell you. And then we have the Page of Cups over here. So they will tell you a lot of stuff. It's just that they're very stubborn about things. And so when you get into an argument, it's like very frustrating for you. Let's take a look at other signs. Neptune. All right, Pisces energy, or you know, Neptune. All right, so they inspire others. Yielding is the way. So they will sacrifice for you, because again, so I feel like with this is like, you know, they're probably usually the one that will apologize after you guys get into an argument. They're not, and they will sacrifice for you too. You know, when you guys do get into an argument, or if there anything that, you know, there's like a decision or something, they will put you first. Okay, they will put you first. They will you know, prioritize you. Okay, they're willing to sacrifice things for you, maybe even their happiness. All right, The only thing I don't think they would want to budge is money. Like how you spend money and like their values on that, on money and stuff like that. So, but anything else, I think they don't mind sacrifice. They don't mind compromising. Okay. We have fate and come to the edge. Nice. Okay, so you guys are fated to be together. It is a very destined meet. Okay, you guys are like destined to be with each other. You will feel, when you meet this person, you will feel like, oh, I've known you for a while. Like, wow, this is like fate. Like, I think how you guys meet, or you will think back and you'll be like, oh my gosh, like if this didn't happen, this wouldn't happen. This would, and that's how I met you, like kind of thing. It's like very fated, very destined. Okay, come to the edge. So all these like flowers, look at that, hearts. So come to the edge. I'm going to, okay. I feel like with the come to the edge is like they're willing, it's when you meet this person, okay, one of the signs is also like you want to take a risk, because it's like coming to the edge, and look at this. This is like almost like jumping up, like there's nothing else around it, and you're like so close to the edge, right? It's almost like that fool's energy. So it's like you're taking a risk. You are at this, you know, with this person, you're taking a risk. This person, and with this over here, come to the edge, I feel like this person might be very different from you, and so you're taking a risk as well, because this person is very different. That's why you guys have heart-to-heart conversation to get to know each other too, because you just don't understand a lot of like how they do things, why they do things. And so you're just like taking a blind faith or leap of faith to be with this person, because you feel like, you know, this might be the one for you. Okay. So you got to trust your intuition. I think with this card is like, and this card combined, because they fell out together, is that you guys should follow your intuition. Over here, a bird flying, news is on the way. So when you meet this person, one of the signs is that news is on the way. I feel like you guys will talk to each other, messages. Okay, a lot of messaging back and forth. We have the page, 2-page together, right? And then we have the King of Swords. Even though it's reversed, it's still about messaging, communication. So like you guys will talk at the beginning. How you will know that this is the right person is that you guys will talk a lot. Again, heart-to-heart conversation, a lot of talking, a lot of getting to know each other. July came out again. Wow, Leo, we talked about it, right? This is Leo or Cancer. So this person might be a Leo or Cancer. If you feel like a lot of the stuff that I just said, you have somebody in mind, like it matches at least 70% of this description, then you know, you might have met this person already, obviously, and it might have been in July this year, maybe years before, okay? Or if you feel like a lot of things, like you don't think you met this person yet, it might be in next July. That's when you will be meeting this person. Okay, so I'll take those. All right, so, and then over here we have broken wishbone, wish not being granted. Okay, so how will you know this is the person? So I feel like wish not be granted is that when you meet this person, again, the fated thing that we talked about, right? So something happened or something didn't happen. Like you're like really upset about something and it just didn't happen. And then you ended up having to do something else. And then this is how you met this person, all right? And then you feel like, oh my God, that's like, it's meant to be, right? Because something didn't happen, but this happened instead. That's if that makes sense. And then over here, taking a vacation physically or mentally. All right, so you might be on a vacation when you meet this person as well. So yeah, oh wow, so they might be your value is different over here. So maybe even culturally you guys are different. Okay, you guys think very, very differently, because we did talk about like you have to take a risk, a leap of faith to be with this person, because this person is very, very different from you. So you might have met this person when you were on a vacation. And oh wow, we have a bunch of this. Dog far away, again, a friend that is far away. So yeah, so you guys are, this may be taking in a vacation, or this is somebody that you're at a distance with. So it could be a long distance relationship as well. Darker woman, so this person could have a darker skin. Ignore the woman part, because it's general reading, so it could be male or female. So it's just darker skin. Okay. Finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the future. So like with this, I feel like when you meet this person, there might be some signs that you want to pay attention to. Okay. I can't, like all these signs that we were talking about faded, there definitely will be pretty obvious hints, okay, that you might notice when you meet this person. And then we have another card of timeline, October. So this person could also be, okay, that makes sense, because we have the Page of Cups, like a Scorpio or a Libra, okay, a Scorpio or a Libra. Or also you might have met this person in October this year, previous years, or next year. So July or October, that might be when you might meet this person, or yeah, or maybe when you met this person as well. All right, or that could be their birthdays. So that's what I see for pile number 4. Let me know how this resonates with you, especially if you met this person already. If not, you can always come back and let me know if any of these things came true or resonated, okay? And just, leave it in the comment section below. I would love to hear back from you. And what else? Let's see. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel and or my video. And you can turn on that notification bell if you want to get notified whenever I upload new videos. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.